just start the Fraps recording, and... Okay, what combat difficulty should we set it to? I'm gonna be playing with magic, which is something that, well, I generally don't use, even in RPGs like Morrowind and Oblivion. It's something I've certainly never done for Dark Messiah. I've already played it once, 3/4 of the way with violence, so you know, that was about 3/4 of the way through too much. So I've never tried this again with another build. Let's go ahead and stick with normal. Possibly, this is a Source Engine game, and a lot of those you can adjust difficulty on the go. Not sure if that's the case here, but, you know. Wait, I don't know if Source Engine is what I'm thinking of. Well, we'll see.
Master Fenrig.
Getting through combat too easily is
Where are you?
my worries.
I'm here, Sarah.
Ah.
Now listen.
Yeah.
In the
So this is
room
your mentor
ahead,
guy,
there's an
and this is how the
altar
game
with a
begins.
spider
He
artifact.
basically tells you to get an artifact
We'll
from
need
this
it to
area.
get to the Shantary crystal.
The spider artifact that you need to get to the Shantary crystal. Yeah, get used to the generic
My
fantasy
voice
bullshit
will guide
because this game is in your
And have no fear. I'll be watching over you.
Also, I want you to listen to that mentor guy's voice. I mean, for Christ's sake. He sounds like the generic fantasy villain mage in every setting ever. Like, I haven't played through enough of this game to know if he betrays you yet, but come on, with that voice, he's gotta.
So far, so good.
I mean, can you even conceive of that guy being the hero?
Use the spider
Or
key
of
we
being
found, Sarah.
trustworthy? His every syllable oozes, I'm leading the lawn before I stab you in the back and kick you off the cliff. People, if you want to make your betrayal seem sudden, and if you don't want you to feel like you're playing, the player to feel like he's
Pull
playing a
the
massive
lever, Sarah.
jackass who's
Then
being
hurry
set up
through
for
the
betrayal,
fog gate.
obvious betrayal after obvious betrayal. You gotta make these things a little less telegraphed. Or, of course, maybe he doesn't have to.
Again,
In which case-
you won't always have the luxury of a second chance.
Okay, so at this point, what happens is there's a portcullis that I gotta get through by pulling this lever, and this is to teach you spring. Notice that it drops down immediately after you get through. I have no idea if this is gonna actually kill you. And this is where we get
See
our
the planks
introduction.
around that pillar? They look weak. See if you can move. It
Yeah, you
looks like
basically
you'll
just
have to
deliver
go
a
up
front
here.
kick that
Jump on
splinters
that
rotted
chain
wood
and climb.
collapses a dais or platform of some kind, so that you can chain of fools your way up onto this platform. This whole place feels less like a dungeon and more like an ultimate warrior, ultimate gladiator. American gladiators? Obstacle course.
Physical obstacles will be the easiest you face in this
Yeah,
life.
now we
Sarah.
check boxes.
Now is your chance to conquer them.
It's basically trying to set it up like, hey, you know, this is like Half-Life 2.
Use
You
the
get to throw
spell
stuff
I
around,
taught
get
you,
to break
sir.
things.
And the dark will hold
Really
no
easy
secrets
almost
for
to
you.
breaking things. Like, there'll be, you know, an example of a common situation which you'll use the destructible environments will be, there's a dozen orcs just hanging around, having an orc party, I guess, while fully armed, guarding nothing in particular against no one in particular. And they'll be standing under a precariously balanced load of anvils and 10-pound safes and 10-pound safes and pianos and stuff.
See if you can
And
open the
then
chest.
drop
You never know what you
by
might
kicking
find.
something improbable.
If you see a weapon, go ahead and pick it up. There will be
If you see a
fighting
weapon,
ahead.
go ahead and pick it up. You gotta admit that was kind of a long shot.
The rope, Sarah.
So,
Cut
there's
the
gonna be a
rope.
bunch of undead and enemies in this tomb. Maybe I should give you a sword. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. There'll
Slice
probably be
through the
one lying
rope.
around
That should help.
Stab through this rope and drop a sarcophagus to bust the door open. So this is sort of the tutorial
Adapt.
level again. You know, it's just
Kick
the idea
that
is you're
creature
getting an
back
artifact
and watch
that you
it
need
fall.
for something. This whole thing, like, it feels very tutorial. They don't do a very good job of establishing that this makes sense and that this is a logical thing to be
Careful.
going through Sunday
The
afternoon.
undead are
It
tenacious.
feels a little artificial.
Impel them to make sure they don't rise again.
That was like
I'll do my
killing
best to
them, I
heal you,
guess.
Sereth.
Oh, okay, now we get to fight another one.
Now
And,
is the time to
I
use
will
your
be doing a
combat
magical
techniques
build,
as I
said
taught you.
earlier, but I can't assign those skill points yet, so this one I will have to take them on. And I stab him with the tip of the sword, and the rest of my sword is what gets bloody. Oh yeah. Take that. Boot to the stomach. All the undead gotta recognize. Boot load. Wow, through him. And I get a clean.
Give me a moment to open this door.
Give me a moment to open this door. I just gave you like half an hour to open that door while I was going toe to toe with Bonesy over here.
Blackguards. Here.
Oh.
Hired swords they are. But I can feel the scheming hand of the necromancers behind them.
You know, if I
So
recall
they
correctly,
too
these
are after
guys
the Shantiri
feel less
crystal.
like hired swords and more like generic cartoon He-Man.
Kick him over the edge. Be
They have
efficient,
like
Sarah.
really awful voices. Like, okay, plus be efficient, Seraph. Yeah, he knows. He's learned from Bruce Lee that
You
the
won't
most
make
move
it.
in the galaxy is karate. Or, wait, karate chop. I don't know, but what the hell?
Hey, pal!
did he fall
Block
down
his
and
blows, parry.
No, he didn't.
Otherwise,
He
it's
didn't
going
fail
to be a
the
long
spike.
day for you. Use the spikes to your
Block his
advantage.
blows,
Kick him.
parry. Boss of me.
Don't move,
I use
buddy.
it. I only
Here,
have
too.
one weapon.
Look and
That
break
is
the
my
plank
size
and the
28
shelves fall.
pound
Savage.
mark.
What happens next?
Impale him, Seraph. That will finish him. Apparently, even if you impale him slightly to the right of
Don't
the
try to
novel,
run.
Navel? I never get that one right. This guy seriously needs to work
If
on
he's
his
still moving,
footing.
drive your sword through.
It's really top heavy. For some reason, it didn't
Use
want to
more
impale
time
him.
to hone your skills if
Right
you
there.
I'll keep the portcullis open.
Use more time to hone your skills if you wish. Yeah, sure. Just spend 6 hours beating the crap out of random mercenaries while your health draws ever lower. It's not like we were here on a job or anything. Just, indulge a little genocide. It'll make you feel better. Okay, first up. Let's see here. Let me break this. Otherwise I'm on one health. Okay, skill points. As I said, I'm pledged to go magic this time. Looks like I've got 2 options. Telekinesis, Reed, we wanted to rip off the gravity gun. And Flame Arrow, Reed, we have no creativity whatsoever and wanted a generic magical strike that is virtually indistinguishable from firing arrows. So, Flame Arrow. How does this work? I guess I just shoot. Like by left clicking? Well, that felt uninspired. Okay, let's see if this is any good. Can't even wait to see how this works. Oh yeah, a couple people were saying I should have gone rogue.
What now, Master Fenrig?
We're done for now.
Like here.
Let us hope that you will be as efficient in future tasks.
Okay.
This is only the first step on a long
This
road.
is only the step on the long road. Be efficient. Life is a journey, by your mentor. Okay. As I was saying though, yeah, the thing about playing rogue in this game is that it's all about sneaking around and, sort of backstabbing people, which is A, extremely situational, and B, usually will degenerate into either just fighting everybody hand-to-hand after you backstab the first guy, or going around stabbing people very slowly and laboriously, like exactly
Now,
the kind of
take that
Hitman
crystal.
gameplay I didn't have
You'll
time
have
to
a
show you
use
guys.
for it a half a
So,
world
no,
away.
magic is
For
everything
today was
else.
just the beginning, my boy. Let us return home, and I'll show you the next step in your education.
Now, please, get the rubbery purple dildo from the cabinet. So yeah, basically, we bring back the crystal, and it sits in the corner of the study. Did we put it there? Did he have a replica? They just skipped over when my actually bringing it back and just sort of teleported it into this. You know what? Never mind. Let's watch this.
Sareth, my faithful disciple, your father would be proud to see you this day. Initiated into the arts of magic, a fierce and noble warrior, you have all that you need to achieve your destiny. But you won't achieve it here. Your future is out there, in a distant land. I'm sending you to the free city of Stonehelm. to meet a wizard named Menelag. He and I have certain mutual interests.
What's that about you guys?
Right now, he's looking for an artifact called the Skull of Shadows. Unfortunately, he's unable to progress any further in his search.
So he's the Spider King,
At least not without this. The Shantary crystal that we retrieved. It was worth our pain to retrieve it, don't you think? Take it to Menelag and help him get the skull. Once you do, I think you'll know what's expected of you next.
Menelag ain't gonna help me none.
However, my dear boy, I am not sending you alone. You'll need a guide, a companion, perhaps even a guardian.
It's not a companion NPC.
She may even teach you a few other things.
What is your bidding, my master?
One can travel lighter than two, Sarah.
Am I to protect this boy?
Overdone, honey-voiced lady with a cleavage you can drive a trailer.
Fear not. This won't hurt a bit. By the way, my name is Xana.
Please explain what it is and why did she just bite my nose? Okay, time to get to the first part of this game. Loading screens. That's one thing that hasn't improved since the advent of the Source engine. This game, if I recall correctly, this level actually starts with you on the back of a horse, unable to do much except look around.
There it is, Sarah. The free city of Stonehelm. Crossroads of money and magic.
Conveniently up against the
crystal
water,
to
so we don't
Menelag
have
and
to
we can
put
be on
anything
our
cool on the
way.
left side.
I hope so. It's been pretty dull.
We should go back to the city.
And it will
where it's
continue
safe.
to be pretty
The
dull.
farther we get, the better.
It's our home.
It'll be our tomb if you don't drive faster.
So,
There's an
yeah,
army of
peasants are
necromancers
running
coming.
away.
Necromancers?
Never a good sign.
Fenric didn't say anything about them.
Master Fenric rarely tells everything he knows.
At
Hurry,
least
we'll
there
be
are
safer
departments bothering
inside.
to check that sometimes pigs aren't
This way. Stick like we know. Move it, move it. What's the leaving behind? Help me with these casks.
I'm not gonna let some undead thing steal my grandmother's linens.
Whatever, you can take in 5 minutes, and that's it.
Why do you insist?
Those undead devils aren't here yet.
Looks like the necromancer.
Right, mind the gate.
Exactly.
Tell Lord Menelag and the council that the city is sealed. You there! State your business.
I'm the envoy from Master
Nice
Fenric,
chainmail.
with a message for the wizard
It's not
Menelag.
even a full ninja mask. It
That's
just comes up
Lord
over his lip.
Menelag.
What's up with that?
Got any proof?
That's
We're a little
it.
wary of strangers these days.
I have a letter of introduction.
Okay,
Let me see it then.
Let me see that. Okay, it's sort of lodged in my sleeve because
By
the
special
animators
request
were
of
too
Lord
lazy to actually
Menelag.
put it in my hand. Here you go.
And there's a-
Enjoy.
Let me welcome you to Stonehelm. We'll stable your horse for you if it pleases.
No thanks. I'd like to ride
course.
into the ballroom.
Can you tell me where to find Menelag?
My horse and I would go everywhere.
Certainly,
we are
sir.
inseparable.
You go
boon
uphill past the
companions.
golden ribbon and
Anything should happen to
Sweet
my
dragon's
horse,
blood.
I'll be
What's
very
that?
cross. So no!
Get inside,
My
quickly!
horse!
I'm here.
I
really
will
here.
bend you
What are we going to do?
I'm fine. I got legs. Trust me, leg muscles are more powerful than like the hind legs of an ox.
Run, run!
Run, yeah, running. Jeez, I get it. Hey, you got a cigarette?
They have a cyclops. How about that chain?
Very selective parts of this barn are on fire, despite there not being any. You think it'd be the
turn the gate right on.
Dragons are on fire.
They're coming up the stairs. We need to shut the upper gate. Follow me.
By all means, let him go first.
Okay, I got
Hear
this.
more on the stairs.
Appears to be immune to fire, and I'm out of fire. Did I at least save my sword? I did not. That seems like it seems like carrying a short sword when you're on the road and there are necromancers around his back. Let's try that again. If that wasn't the way I was supposed to be going, it's a bit strange that I could get that far in, huh? Yeah, let's try that again. I really hope there's a recent others.
Come across, lad!
Yeah,
Hurry!
where was he expecting I was supposed to run? Jumping. What the? Ah! Okay, new magic trick learned. Levitation. I'm like, check me out. Oh. What just happened? Okay, let's try that again without the game glitching out and murdering me. Okay. So, get up off the ladder, make the leap. Don't suddenly learn the game.
Come across, lad!
That's possible.
Dragons are there, sir! Just turn the gate right off! They're coming up the stairs! We need to shut the upper gate! Follow me!
By all means,
Well,
let him
lever
go
to prevent
first.
fools from getting
I'll
in.
handle this one, lad!
Okay, so closing that portcullis.
You!
Open that.
Follow me!
Let this guy come through the door to find somebody to mess with, despite the fact that theoretically he should be trained for this. You know what? Let's do this.
I wish he'd stop calling you that.
Stop calling you what? Do I have a schizophrenic in my head? It's not good when the voices in your head are crazy. Okay, and they basically take care of the Cyclops.
Just focus on the
I didn't think nobody thought to do that. You know what? These guys are good ballista range, but they knew the risks. Cyclops that's stunning. You can do a lot more than that, lady, but whatever you say.
Come on, Sarah, keep up your fire.
Fire. No,
Now
actually,
or
I was
never,
going to go in
Sarah.
the bathroom.
You have to kill him. You did it. I'd hug you if I could.
That's all clear. They're retreating. For now.
Okay, take this body with the buck. And... oh, actually, put down the body for a second. Well, at least he installed a fireplace before he died. Lie down. This bread. Food heals you a little bit, so it's best to get it. Staircases. Okay. There's a book that I'm not going to read. There's a healing potion, and there's a food ration. Okay, I feel like I've done my day today. Those are portcullis, because I don't want to hang out with any chumps, no offense. And I hate to say it, but that's all for today, folks. It's only 20 minutes, but I actually need to be going. So, tune in next time when I will be going through some more non-combat segments and during some more NPC dialogue. getting set up for another obvious betrayal and violence segment. And hopefully toasting and booting some foods. Looking forward to it. See y'all there. Well, that was obnoxious, but I think I finally got it working. Can everybody hear me? How's the audio? Okay, so audio's fine? Alright then, I suppose we should progress. As I recall, we left off just as I was entering... it'll come to me in a minute. Generic Fantasyopolis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the name. The place I'd come to get information about the Shantiri Crystal, and the Sea of Blood, and the Skull of Shadows. I know I keep going off on this, but it really is a pet peeve of mine when, in sort of a generic fantasy setting, they just give everything a name like the X of Y. You know, with the X being what it is, and the Y being some generically imposing adjective, or noun, or, well, basically anything. It just sort of smacks as of a DM making up artifacts on the fly. Like, you find something cool. The Book of Spines. Yeah, that sounds impressive. Make up for the last 20 goblins they slaughtered. They just had a pocket full of copper and a rubber dildo. Okay, time to loot everything lying around this place, despite the fact that these are properties of the guards that are charged to defend this town. And again, they seem to be doing a pretty piss-poor job of that. Apparently none of them actually went through basic ballista training, so they had to grab some random jackass on a horse and get him to fight their battles for them. Yeah, you know, I take it back. I don't have any sympathy for these guys. Where's their bow? Might have actually gone past it. I don't really care. Right out the door.
I doubt it. Bulls don't swim.
Oh yeah, so this courtyard's just full of people having conversations. Blah blah, old English. I think something's happening. I'm going to describe what's going on the plot, but you're not paying any attention because you just want to get to the next combat. This ain't Shakespeare. Harp derf. Grab 3 pies from this crate lying in the middle of the street. Okay. Nobody seems to be complaining, so... Alright, so I actually forget what I'm supposed to be doing next. Just going to talk to the guy I was supposed to go to talk to. Don't mind my flaming hand, it's a condition. I'm very sensitive about it. There's this crazy woman trying to scrub blood out of her. Actually, that does just look like a red pair of pants. That'd be kind of funny if she made that mistake. Oh god, my swords are soaked in blood! Oh wait, no, these are just the scarlet ones. Huh. Oh no, somebody poured a gallon of ectoplasm over my shirt! No, wait, this was green before.
You know what they say about the size of a man's front gate? That big one must be Menelag's.
They know what they say about the size of a man's front gate. Yeah, that right there is why I hate this character. She's an endless font of innuendo and sexually charged dialogue, despite the fact that, again, she's a ghost in your head. She doesn't actually have a corporeal form. What exactly does she hope to gain by flirting? And that's not even good innuendo. You know what they say about the size of a man's front gate? Larger ones are easier to defend, and are more of a sign of the ostentatiousness and wealth of the host lord. Oh, great. I like how Sereth occasionally takes time out of his busy schedule of booting things and following quest rails to go for a fly. See if I can get onto this ladder without breaking both my legs. Spy crab backwards. Slowly now. Slowly now. Okay. I seem to have grown entangled in the physics, but that'll do. That'll do. See how she's just sort of looking at me awkwardly? That's the one I'm supposed to go to, but she's waiting for her cue. It's like, okay, that guy standing over there with his fingers on fire must be the guy I'm supposed to talk to. Why isn't he coming over here? Struth, this is awkward. Also, how do I make my hand not on fire? Like, if I hit 2... Okay. So now I'm just sort of standing bad boy pose with my hands turned into ice cubes. That's not really a market improvement.
Excuse me.
Oh,
okay, there we go.
You must be the envoy. Here's our guest. Bye, Garth.
Okay.
I'm here to see the wizard.
I like pretty girls.
You must be Sareth.
I was getting worried about you, though maybe for no reason. Uncle said you helped kill a Cyclops. Yeah, I don't want to brag. I pressed a button 3 times.
I'm Leanna.
So it was pretty engaging battle.
Niece?
I haven't been this proud of myself after combat since I kicked that one guy into another thing.
So pleased to see you. But you'll want to wash
Luckily,
up
most of
dinner.
Sareth's opponents are the equivalents of those inflatable dolls that you punch and then they come back out.
Excellent.
Guard! Please open the portcullis!
Yes.
We've had a feast prepared in your honor, you know.
Feast prepared in my honor? Really? A feast? For some jackass messenger with cold hands? Alright, fair enough.
Welcome to the house of Menelag.
Okay.
So you're
Looks like I've been
Sareth.
invited to dinner
Good to
or
see
something.
you, lad.
Which-
With those
that's not much of a
necromancers at the walls,
feast.
Watch it with that. I was getting worried.
These
I
cutscenes are
trust
so
you got
loud.
the Shantiri crystal. Of course you have. Good.
So,
I'll take
here's
that
another
right
example
out
of
to
a
see.
crazy, suspicious
Tomorrow
wizard.
we sail with it, and careful with that soup there, to the Temple Isle, resting place of the Skull of Shadows.
Yes.
Let our dear
We
throw
will go about
Zoe
this
against the
business.
wall.
It is not suspicious.
We'll be off
You must
sealing
trust
his
us,
doom.
all of us. Yes.
Don't dismiss Arantir too lightly. There are rumors that he might be the Dark Messiah.
You're stuffing nonsense, girl. All 3 of us know better than that.
Okay, see, that's
time
another
is
example
right
of
for the
lazy
prophecy.
I
storytelling.
don't worry about dusty
There's the
old
girl
prophecy.
who's the
You
obvious
lead out the
shoehorned in love
expedition.
interest,
You're
who's, you
in
know,
charge
all.
of it,
But
after all.
I heard that this one guy's a major threat. What about the
Of course.
prophecies? And the other guy's
No.
like, oh, don't be
And he
silly.
too, sir.
Prophecies and evil wizards?
Please don't
Whoever
tell me
heard
to find
of
that
those
sort of
being
thing
threats in a
cute.
fantasy
Listen,
universe?
I know why you're really here, but Liana
I'm
doesn't,
pretty tired of
and
it.
we'll keep it that way. Fenrig's business doesn't
Now, take off
touch
your
her.
pants.
Understood?
What are you talking about?
Perhaps you don't know.
Okay, watch this.
And that's probably for the best.
Okay, now I know what you're doing,
to the guest
and
house.
believe me, it's very dangerous. Maybe the 2 of us can work together, murder them all first, ship their bodies on the second cart, and then together we won't have any problem with the Lord of Pies. Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, well, that's probably for the best. Never mind, don't worry about it. Inconsequential.